The story of Isaac. Abraham was now very old and wished his son Isaac to marry, but he did not want him to take a wife from their bad neighbors. He then said to a servant he trusted, "Go to the country from which I came and find there a wife for my son Isaac." The servant started out and took with him 10 camels. When he arrived at the city, he made the camels lie down outside the town near a well of water. Abraham's servant prayed to God to show him the woman God wished to be Isaac's wife. In his prayer, the servant said, "Send, O Lord, this woman to the well. Have her give me and my camels to drink." The servant had hardly finished his prayer when a young woman went down to the well. Her name was Rebecca. She had just filled her pitcher with water from the well when the servant of Abraham went to her and said, "Give me a little water to drink from your pitcher." Rebecca was kind. She first gave the servant to drink, and then she brought water for the camels. Rebecca told the servant about her family. Then Rebecca invited the servant to her father's house. Her brother came out to meet them as they came. The servant was made very happy by their kindness. He told Rebecca's father and brother why he had come to their country, and told them also of his prayer to God. They replied, "We see God's will in your words. We shall do whatever He wants." Take Rebecca and let her be the wife of Isaac. The servant of Abraham was very grateful and gave beautiful gifts of gold and silver and many other things to Rebecca, to her mother and brothers. In the morning, the servant hastily started out to return to Abraham. Rebecca and her maids rode on to the camels, following the servant. From the moment Isaac saw Rebekah, he loved her very much. They were married and lived together. Abraham gave Isaac his flocks, his lands, and all other riches with which God has blessed him. For many years after their marriage, Isaac and Rebekah did not have children. At last, however, God answered their prayers and gave them two sons, Esau and Jacob. Esau was the elder of the two. When he grew up, he became a great hunter and farmer. Jacob, however, stayed at home in the tents of his father. Isaac loved Esau best because he liked the good things Esau brought him to eat, but Rebekah loved Jacob best. One day, as Jacob was cooking some vegetables, Esau came in from the field. He was very hungry and asked Jacob for some of the vegetables he was cooking. Jacob said, "Sell me your place as the elder son, and I shall give you something to eat." Because he was hungry and tired, Esau sold his birthright and the family to Jacob without giving much thought to it. He was glad to get something to eat and drink. In this way, Esau sold his birthright to Jacob for a mess of pottage. Now, Isaac had grown very old and could no longer see. One day, fearing that he should die, he called her favorite son Esau and said to him, "You know that I may die any day. Go out and hunt, and bring me the things you know I like, and that I may partake of them, and I shall bless you before I die." Esau hurried out to do what his fathers had asked. But Rebekah, having heard the words of Isaac, called Jacob and told him all that she had heard. She said, "Bring me 2 young goats from the flocks, that I may cook them for your father." When the meat was cooked, Rebekah dressed Jacob in Esau's clothes, covered his neck and hands with hairy skins, and sent him with the food to Isaac to get his brother's blessings. At first, Jacob did not wish to go, but finally he consented to do as his mother wished, believing it was really Esau. Isaac ate the meat and then gave Jacob his blessings. He thought that Jacob was his eldest son, Esau.